Towards the end of the Acolyte episode 5, we hear this piece of music very briefly.
What extraordinary beings we are.
If you needed a reminder, that is Kylo Ren's theme from the sequel trilogy. So is Qimir the first Knight of Ren? Hello there, welcome to the channel. Qimir has been revealed to be a Sith in the Acolyte episode 5. Or has he? Now, I originally said in my review of episode 5 that he was a Sith. Oh yeah, it's confirmed. But a lot of people have pointed out to me that he actually said, Jedi like you would call me a Sith, and I have no name.
I have no name. But a Jedi like you might call me Sith.
So now I'm actually doubting myself a little bit, because it is one of those, like, yeah, from a certain point of view type of things. He's making the statement that the Jedi might generalize him as a dark side user and then would call him a Sith because of that, because he is essentially the antithesis of the Jedi. So still up in the air whether or not he is a Sith or not yet, but that's besides the point. But with Qimir, and I understand that it is an alias at this point, but let's just call him Qimir for simplicity's sake. With his appearance, especially his helmet, the lightsaber, and the Kylo Ren theme being played, I think he actually might be something a little bit more different than a Sith. Now, this is all just theories and speculation at this point. Episode 6 could come out in a couple of days, and I'll throw this whole video out, because they'll just be like, oh yeah, he's a Sith, rendering the video moot. And no canon has been broken yet. Once the show is finished, we can weigh everything out and balance it and see where it ends up, but screaming that canon has been broken before the show is finished is like complaining that the Titanic didn't actually sink in the movie Titanic when you're only 30 minutes in. Now, at the moment, in my head, Qimir is a Dark Force user. We know that. I do not think he is a fallen Jedi, but I do think he has studied the ways of the dark side, potentially that of the Sith himself. I'm not sure if he has been trained by a Sith. With the helmet looking so similar to Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren and the theme music playing, I'm wondering if Qimir is going to be the first Knight of Ren. Was he a dark side student? Was he a Sith and has decided he wants to go out and create something for his own? He says he wants freedom.
Freedom. The freedom to wield my power the way I like, without having to answer to Jedi like you. I want a pupil, an acolyte.
Now, the Knights of Ren, they call the dark side of the Force the Shadow, and this group's philosophy was pretty simple. Do whatever they want. The Ren doesn't stop to worry about what it's burning, or the right or wrong of it, or the goals it might achieve. The Ren just is. It lives, and it consumes, and it doesn't apologize. It is its nature, and nothing else. Now, this is what the leader of the Knights of Ren said, also who was named Ren, along with the lightsaber being called the Ren, in the miniseries The Rise of Kylo Ren. That's a lot of Rens. It's pretty similar to what Qimir says in this episode, wanting freedom and to use his power how he wants to. Then, of course, he goes back and says he wants a pupil, an acolyte, someone to pass this down to. So then that makes me think, well, maybe he is sort of leaning towards a Sith, because the whole idea of having a Sith master, the apprentice, that whole dynamic. Lots of things going on with this one. And then, of course, there is just the fact that Qimir and Ren just look incredibly similar in their design, especially the helmet. There's only 3 episodes left, but I really hope that we get an episode from Kymir's point of view. I think that is something that could really be amazing, but with only 3 left, I'm not sure it'll fit in, as we still need the second flashback episode to Brendok. We need Venestra arriving on Kofar and finding whatever is left over at that point, and the whole May, Osha, Sol, Qimir situation has to play out, so there's still a lot to get through in only 3 episodes, so I don't know if there's going to be room for that, but it would be something that I'd really like. Yeah, I don't know if it'll pan out, but I would love it if Qimir ends up being the first Knight of Ren. Playing that theme music had to mean something. You wouldn't just throw that in there for no reason. I feel like it just has a greater meaning than we're maybe being made privy to yet. Anyway, that's about it for me. Thank you for watching. If you like this and like talking about Star Wars, make sure you follow me here and on TikTok. I'll be back next week for Acolyte episode 6, and may the Force be with you always.